Hello, it's Rick with Phoneware. I'm going to demonstrate for you how to use the MaX UC desktop app for Windows as a utility to enhance and complement your desk phone. So here we have the MaX UC app, and when the MaX UC desktop app is initially installed on your Windows computer, whenever you dial a number, it's going to use the built-in soft phone here to place that call using your computer as your phone. But it doesn't have to be that way. So we can actually change the configuration of the Max UC desktop app here to make it act as an enhancement or utility for a desk phone if I have a desk phone. So to do that, you'll go to Tools, Options, Calls, and you'll turn off direct calling. And I confirm that, and it basically is going to relaunch the app. And now the Max UC desktop app is going to be configured just to complement my desk phone and to show people status and chat and things like that internally, but it will not be used as a soft phone. So in this mode, I can't actually use the Max UC app as a phone to make and receive calls, but I can cause my desk phone to dial calls. So let me just demonstrate that for you here. So now if I put in a phone number, instead of dialing that number from the built-in soft phone, it's going to ask me which phone I want to use to make that call. Now, I don't want it to ask me. I'm going to fine tune it a little bit further. So I'm going to cancel there, and I'm going to go to Tools, Options, Calls, and right here it says call me on always ask. I'm going to change that to call me on my actual account phone. Okay, and then you just close that out. And now when I make a call here, that's my desk phone ringing. And if I answer on speaker, I've just called myself. That was a bad number to test. Let's do that one more time. 602-445-1264. There we go. So when I answer, your phone number, that placed that call for me. Okay. So now when you dial a number using the Max UC app, it actually calls your desk phone, and when you answer, it's dialing that number for you. So I call that making a call from the middle, because the call is actually made from the server. Server calls you, and as soon as you answer, then the server dials the number selected. Now within the Max UC app, you can either put in a number here to dial it, use the little dial pad, and then also click to dial any of your contacts. So if I wanted to call Greg here, I could just click his number, and again it's going to call me. Hi, this is. And he's in do not disturb, so I went straight to his voicemail. But that's the way that that works within Max UC. Now, what's really valuable though is to make Max UC the default dialing application, default dialing utility for other applications. And specifically, we're going to show how to make that happen with Google Chrome, so that whenever I pull up any information on my screen in Google Chrome that has a phone number on the screen, I can click to dial that phone number. So the first thing we need to do is we need to search for a Google Chrome extension called telephone number detection.
Information about that. Do you want to know how can I call from Chrome?
No, thank you. Too many assistants here. So telephone number detection, if I search for that, and now I find that telephone number detection Google Chrome extension here, and I click on that, and here I can add that to Chrome. So I go ahead and add that extension to Chrome, and now it's been added, and it added this little tool in the top right here in my address bar that I can use to turn on and turn off, and also configure the options for this telephone number detection Chrome extension. So if I right click and I go to options, there's a couple things I need to do here. The first thing is I want to use the SIP protocol when I place that call. And then the second one is I want to remove this // notation. I don't want to use that. And then you may or may not want to change the telephone number length. This basically determines what this extension will consider a valid phone number on your screen. The default is a minimum 8 characters, maximum of 20 characters. If you wanted to, you could change this to like 10 to 15 to only pick up telephone numbers in kind of the US format. So then save these changes and then close this out. And now what's going to happen is if I pull up a phone number on my screen right there, see that little phone icon there? If I click that, it's going to make that call. So I just basically made any phone numbers on my screen clickable. Okay, so that just makes real easy click to dial, and it's using the MaX UC desktop to place that call. So sometimes you might want to turn this off. Let's say you've got a screen full of numbers that aren't even phone numbers, and it's giving you all these phone icons. If you just go up here and you click this, it turns it off, and now the phone icon is gone. Click it again to turn it back on again. So that's real easy to activate and deactivate. Now, there are a couple of other things that you may have to configure and confirm on your computer. So the first of them is in your Windows settings. You want to make sure that your protocol, your default app for the SIP protocol is MaX UC. So if you go to your settings and you search for default apps, and you go to the default app setting, and then go to choose default apps by protocol. This will load all the different protocols alphabetically, and then scroll down to the S's for SIP, and there it is. And right now you can see that mine is associated with the MaX UC app. If yours is not, if yours looks like this, choose a default. You can basically just click here, choose the MaX UC app, and then you're all set. Okay, so that is the first thing. The second thing is when you're in Chrome and you click on a phone number, instead of instantly dialing the phone number like mine did, you may get a pop-up window that asks for confirmation. It may say, do you want to open MaX UC or open this link with the MaX UC app? And you have to click OK, and then it will dial the number. Well, that's an unnecessary step that I don't like. So we've created a way that you can modify the configuration of your computer so that it doesn't do that, that pop-up confirmation window. And here's how you do that. In your browser, go to azphoneware.com/files/max-uc-ctd for click to dial, ctd.zip. And that is a file that's going to download to your computer. It's going to be in your downloads folder now. And so if I click on this file and open it up, I can see that this zip compressed file contains two actual files. The first one is a text file that's actually the instructions of everything I pretty much just went through for you on how to set up your computer for click to dial. And then the second one is a modification to your computer's registry to allow you to get rid of that pop-up dialog. And basically, if you just double click on this .reg file, it will ask you, to confirm that you want to run it. And then you'll get another pop-up. You can't see it right now because it's not visible in this recording, but it just says, do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? And I say yes. And then here it gives me a little warning that modifying the registry can be dangerous, which it can be, but this is a very small, simple change to the registry. Say yes, and it's now made that change. Now you will need to restart Windows, basically restart your computer for that registry change to take effect. But when it does, then what will happen is when you go to a phone number link and you click on it, the first time you click on the dial link, it will pop up that dialog box again that will say, do you want to open this link with MaX UC? And before you click OK, you'll also see a little checkbox after we've modified the registry. And this checkbox will say, always do this, always use MaX UC to open these links. And by checking that box for always, it's never going to ask you again. And so now every time you click on that link, it will automatically take you to dialing a phone number. like mine does. And that'll be the least number of steps. So hopefully that's not too complicated, but that's how you set up Click to Dial in Google Chrome using the MaX UC desktop app. Thanks for watching and have a great day.